Hi, I'm Alex Lancaster, and I currently work for Amcor Packaging Company. Today I'm going to talk about the three key differences I see between sales in the past and 21st century. So the first of those I really think is technology. There have been many changes in the world of technology over the last number of years. And I think this actually impacts both on the side of the seller but also the buyer. So first and foremost, I think the first one that comes to mind is really with salespeople and the ability to have constant access to all of their information through technology, cell phones, iPads, computers, and then on top of that, CRM type products such as Salesforce, which our company currently uses. One of the interesting things I noticed was the article Explosive Impact of CRM 2018 and Beyond mentioned that CRMs can actually increase revenue by up to 41%. I do think that there is a lot of value in the use of tools like Salesforce. It's something that we use all the time in our sales group, and also for our counterparts in other parts of the company to be able to track projects and see where things are at. So I think that makes a big difference. Another area that I think technology really impacts is on the buying side. So interestingly enough, in an article called Why Relationship Selling is Still One of the Most Important Tactics Salespeople Need to Master, they talked about how 9 out of 10 buyers say that online content actually impacts their buying decisions. So buyers are able to go out and research what they want before they even speak to a salesperson, which, in the past that wasn't really always accessible for everyone, and so they sort of took the word of the salesperson and learned about their products via the salesperson rather than researching and understanding the product beforehand. So I think that makes a big difference. And another area I think that has changed a lot over time is really the selling a solution versus just pushing a product. So kind of the listening aspect, understanding and acknowledging what a customer is looking for and what they actually need, and then providing a solution to that problem versus just pitching whatever product it is you're trying to sell. The last area that I really think is important and critical is the relationship selling versus transactional. What I mean by that is really the way that in sales today, so much is built on relationships and developing and maintaining a relationship. Again, kind of going back to the technology aspect where customers already know everything and they can find everything out that they want online. So if they don't trust you and have an established relationship, there's not a high likelihood that they'll choose your product if they've just already made a buying decision based on what they've seen online. And then the second thing that I wanted to touch on is really the future of sales and sales management versus leadership. I think in the world that we're in today, moving towards a leadership role versus just managing your salespeople is critical, and it is changing so that leaders really are driving sales organizations rather than just a manager. In the article, Three Differences Between Managers and Leaders, they talked about really the three ways that there is a difference, all of which I agree with. So the number one is creating value versus counting it. So rather than just counting dollars and talking in numbers, they're really talking about how to generate value and bring value to customers and the internal organization. Number two was creating circles of influence versus circles of power. I thought this was interesting because in a management role, a lot of folks really kind of thrive on the power, but to be a leader, you have to influence others, not just have power over them. And then the last one was really leading people versus managing work. So instead of just managing people's workload and enforcing that they must get this task done and being task oriented, it's really about leading them and developing a strong group of salespeople versus, like I said, managing and counting numbers. Thank you.